Yeah, it's July 14th, 2022. I'm in this square pattern. I've been in the square pattern since I entered a room in second grade, Miss Kregler's class, out in where I was being kept in Lloyd Harbor. So, um, that's where that pattern first really had some solid witness that was with me. For whatever reason, that flag is being used in a red, white, and blue pattern. Um, so now, where I am at in fourth decade, with that special letter, special seal for special whatever, um, I have ABO RH negative. In the medical community, they know what that is. Um, for some reason, during my breeding season, what was within my physical reach turned out to be RH positive star darters. Right there, that's a breach of security on the most innocent level on my part, because I can't tell by face, but there is a medical community that knows who these RH positive white people are and who the RH negative white people are. And that as an RH negative female, I would have no way of discerning who these males are if they just come to introduce themselves. So there is this sacred trust and sacred relationship with humanity that my kind or my person has had to endure. And that very sacred trust has been breached by them forcing a relationship upon me by withdrawing RH negative males from my ability to have courtship with and have a honorable 1%, 3%, 5%, 10%, whatever relationship with in those concentric circles at RH negative. Instead, they've kept me in, at this point, an RH positive pool of the other 90%, and they have violated my trust, and they have not been honest about it. Not to my person. And I don't have somebody in the RH negative community, someone to look up to, or horoscope by astrological or cosmology to speak with, which is even more frightening. But the trust between me and humanity has been violated. I've also been put in danger by these humans that are at some function in society. Um, and during my breeding season, they've withheld me from getting to and escaping this RH positive person and community and getting to an RH negative person as like a brother of safety in order to get to perhaps an introduction with somebody respectful. This is a problem because in the RH negative community, we are such an endangered species. There's already a limited pool of females, and it would be up to the respectful males to protect their own women, wouldn't it? And if one of their women fell into the hands of danger, for them to personally step out of the shadows and reach in and pull them back to safety and then make a respectful introduction to someone else in the RH negative respectable community. Or at least I thought that that's how decency works. But here we are. So now the Americans have come out with this movie to describe this. I didn't go to this type of college, university, or learning institution, but they are displaying a a couple in one house, and then this Greek fraternity But the Greek sororities, I hear, work on the same method in American sports-driven society, where it's all about hazing, drinking, making these secret life bond relationships with whatever, which I'm not commenting on. It's not my place, but I know that it exists. They're portraying this existence of relationship only in this Caucasian way of acting and portrayal for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not, whatever. It's called Neighbors. Now, this particular movie with Zac Efron and whoever the other guy is, Rogen, I don't know, came out in 2014. Apparently, this is not the first time, though. I didn't know that. When I went to go look, there was also another Neighbors that was made with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd about some swinger society. Again, I've heard of it, not anything that whatever and whatever. So, but that came out in 1981. Now, that's baby boomer stuff. That's like that's before I arrived. I was too young to know what those words meant. And so for me, the only visual context or reference came out in 2014 for whatever next gen inherited in problems in the local area from the neighbors being the baby boomers and whatever the heck they were messing up the world with in their bright ideas. So here's the
I put it on once.
trailer.
No touch-up. Secret has pH balancing minerals, and it helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it. So pull it.
Over here, sweetie. Smile.
We're making a Stella calendar.
Smile, Heisenberg. She's eating a lot of that blue stuff. What is that?
It's just Gatorade.
Okay, good.
You guys have to come out. I haven't seen you in forever.
I really need to get out of the house.
We can have fun here. This is delightful. We should get one of these above our bed. Look, new neighbors.
Oh.
What do we got?
Is that a fraternity? We have to go over there. We've got to be cool.
And we say, by the way.
Now, for me as a little sister with just one big brother, I'm not inheriting his wife's family's issues. I don't want to inherit his issues. But as a little sister who needs a big brother, cosmically was assigned a big brother, I'm just saying my ears are pierced at the moment, like we're perked up with, and my eyes at the visual references here. Just saying, in case something goes foul with balls.
Well, we won't say it like that. It's like, keep it down.
What are you doing with this?
Keep it down.
Just don't. We've overworked it. Just wanted to say, welcome to the hood.
You're welcome.
Also, if you could maybe just.
Keep it down.
Anyway.
Make sure if we're too noisy, call me first. Don't call the cops.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go tell them to.
Yeah. Are you ready for a show?
Call the cops.
Animals seem so lame.
Do it anonymously.
It's a good idea. They do our dirty work for us. Oh no! So does that.
You called about your neighbors?
No.
We have call ID. The cops. Everybody has call ID.
You guys just want the sleeping giant.
Welcome to the darkness, bitches.
I think the frat broke into the car and stole all the airbags.
It's so weird.
Why would they just break in and steal the airbags?
I don't know. We should follow police.
Now, these airbags, do tell. I mean, like, are we in 10% respectable between the 1%, the 3%, the 5%, and the 10%? Are we talking about our own genetic possibilities of respectable men and women and the 90% stealing our heirs or our possibility of having future respectable heirs in the world? Or, I mean, are they just talking about fluff?
DIOCESE has the upper hand.
We're throwing a Robert De Niro party.
Should be pretty loud.
You called the cops, you violated the circle of trust, Parker.
Just go.
You're upsetting Jigsy Cat.
This is our home.
It's our home.
having a hard time hanging onto our balls. They're so big.
Again, it just feels like conversations with the 90% in someone's locker room that I wasn't invited into and that I didn't want to be dragged into. But here we are. My life was affected in some really serious ways.
Mama bear.
Claws are out. I have a darkness inside of me, and you will see it. Dude, we missed the airbag. What you got in your mouth, sweetie? Is that a balloon? That's not a balloon! Jesus!
She's fine. You guys are free to go. Do you guys want the condom to take with you? I don't know if you still want to use it.
And again, who is this doctor in this position in this movie reference? I'm just curious because, again, looks like a New Yorker, like what's going on, except in my version of New York, depending on what county I was moved to, the neighbors change 90% costumes. I'm just saying.
I'm afraid, my boy, that's a promise.
And it does say here, from this 2014 rendition, it says, parents with a baby move into a quiet neighborhood to start a new stage of life. However, they find out that the fraternity next door parties every day, making it impossible for them to have a peaceful movement. Inevitably, a battle begins. Now, on grander concourse, this idea of party also linguistically between the 1% who wear bow ties, neckties, or some robe with some other, or some mascot, whatever it could possibly be, and perhaps something, I don't even know at this point, some form of valise. Their idea of party, maybe like Thomas Jefferson or Alexander Hamilton's version of party, which is a much different visual expectation and level of conducting oneself in respectful whatever, especially in public. But again, I know that there's a large expectation of one who manages from such a high level, but it does seem to perhaps go off expectations level once you hit perhaps 10% from your 1% management position. So in order to keep the 1% looking respectable and the 10% looking respectable, I really could use the 5 and the 3% to get in alignment with, I need to stay within an RH negative capability of respect. And I really could use a lifelong relationship in a respectable manner. And perhaps that person can introduce me to somebody who also is respectable, because I see what the signs are that they're putting out there. Also, I should mention that the FM radio, since I'm in a Jason DJ FM AM J type calendar system, the FM bands of the DJ radio have all of a sudden linguistically changed from English to something else frightening, especially with radiological whatever being as high as it is in space that I can't control at the moment. And then this morning, I also heard on 107.5, go figure, it had the 75 in there, to applicable verbiage of local vernacular pertaining to a very real situation. I was introduced to somebody dangerous in the field through some local kids back in my St. Dominic's days. There was a real serious, like the president of the Catholic Church, I was told, came, and while we were in uniform, we had to gather in the church because he came to alert whoever was in the audience that he heard, and he was very frightened himself. But these lifetime events, how ordinary they might seem, are incredibly important to he and others, and protection of whoever knows of these things or knows what he is here in order to work in however that fashion works, is incredibly crucial. So that happened as well in my life frame, even though it wasn't like a handshake and an eye-to-eye acknowledgement. I was in the audience or in the mass or in the congregation the day that he visited the campus of the high school I was in. I don't remember if it was my 9th grade or 10th grade, but he was sent to that school for a reason, for which I'm assuming he knows. He was briefed on as a carry forward. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, solar system, Milky Way universe, galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.